It begins with a figure lying in a small limestone cave just above 8,400 meters on the northeast ridge of Everest. A figure so iconic, so haunting, that every climber who attempts this route must pass directly beside him. He's wearing a bright green pair of mountaineering boots. He lies on his side, face toward the mountain wall, legs slightly bent, frozen in the position he died. For decades, he has been known only as Green Boots. But the real mystery is not just who he was, it's what happened in his final hours. Why did he end up alone in a freezing cave at the edge of the death zone? Why did no rescue attempt ever reach him? Why has his body become an eerie landmark that climbers use for navigation? And why do some climbers insist that on certain nights he still moves? This is not just a tragic story, it's one of the most chilling Everest mysteries ever recorded. Welcome to the Silent Peaks, where we uncovered the truth, the mysteries, and the human spirit behind the world's greatest peaks. Stay with us as we bring the mountains closer to you. For years, nobody knew who Green Boots was. But eventually, climbers and historians connected the details. He was almost certainly Tule Songyal, an Indian climber from the Indo-Tibetan Border Police (ITDP) expedition during the 1996 Everest storm, the same deadly season that took the lives of 8 others. Paljor was known for being calm, strong, and deeply spiritual. He believed summiting Everest would be the proudest moment of his life, both for himself and for his country. But Everest would not let him return. The weather forecast predicted calm skies. The team set off for the summit. But something went horribly wrong. By late afternoon, hurricane-force winds began tearing across the ridge. Temperatures plummeted toward -40 degrees Celsius. Visibility vanished. The Indian team split in the chaos. Some turned back. 3 continued upward: Paljor, Dorje, and Tshering Paljor. They reached the summit at sunset, a dangerous mistake. On Everest, summiting late often means dying in the dark. And the descent would become a nightmare. As the storm intensified, the 3 climbers struggled down the ridge. They were blinded by snow. Their oxygen was nearly gone. They could barely stand. At some point during the descent, they became separated. 2 of them, Dorje and Smanla, likely fell or collapsed somewhere higher on the ridge. Their bodies were never found. But Paljor, the one wearing the bright green boots, made it to a shallow limestone overhang known as Green Boots Cave, a small shelter only a few meters wide. It is a place climbers use to rest and protect themselves from the wind. Paljor crawled inside. He removed his oxygen mask. He curled into the corner, and he waited for the storm to pass. Nobody came. Nobody could. Above 8,000 meters, the death zone does not forgive. Climbers in 1996 saw him, but they were fighting for their own survival. Some climbers were half blind from frostbite. Some were lost on the ridge. Others were running out of oxygen. One climber later said, "I saw a man lying in the cave. I wanted to help, but I knew if I stopped, I would die beside him." This is the brutal truth of Everest. At that altitude, human bodies are shutting down. Trying to save someone often means losing your own life. Paljor's final hours were spent alone, in deadly cold, fighting a battle no human can win without support. Eventually, his breathing slowed. His hands froze. His heartbeat faded. He died quietly in the cave, in the same position climbers see him today. Everest bodies don't decompose. They freeze like stone. Paljor lay directly between two major climbing sections, the Northeast Ridge Trail and the final approach to the summit. For decades, climbers used him as a reference point. Turn left at Green Boots. You're halfway once you pass Green Boots. His presence became so well known that nearly every climber who took the northern route has a photo of that cave burned into their memory. Some climbers swear they've seen him in slightly different positions over the years. A leg stretched further out, an arm shifting, the head turned. Is it real? Possibly. Glaciers move, wind shifts bodies. Sherpas sometimes attempt respectful repositioning. But others claim, late at night, if you're climbing alone, you can hear the faint crack of ice and the sound of someone breathing in the cave. A chilling reminder of how close death always is on Everest. 3 reasons. 1. Extreme altitude. Removing a frozen body at 8,400 meters is nearly impossible. 2. Weight. Bodies frozen in ice can weigh over 150 kilograms. 3. Risk. A recovery team could easily fall, run out of oxygen, or get caught in a storm. Paljor has remained where he fell for nearly 30 years. Only in recent years have attempts been made to respectfully move him out of sight, but the mystery of his final night remains untouched. Green Boots is more than a landmark. He's a reminder of the razor-thin line between life and death on Everest, a symbol of the climbers who gave everything to chase a dream, and a warning that on the world's highest mountain, one mistake, one storm, one step can change everything. Understanding his story helps us understand Everest itself, its beauty, its danger, and the human cost hidden in the clouds.